I feel like I did my job. But if it's more, that's even better, right?
Right.
If you want to, for a little bit, stand up, stretch, work your neck.
High five your neighbor. Stand up, everybody. High five your neighbor.
Hey, Mario.
What's up, man?
What's going on, Big? Big ass. What's up?
All right. All right, you guys ready? Stay standing. Okay. The women, we have women here, right? Yeah! You guys know that women are better than guys in Primerica? Yeah! Certainly. Especially you're at a kitchen table and you're pregnant, you get emotional. Oh, they're not going to say no to you, right? I don't say you got to get pregnant. Exactly. Go on dates and eat new clothes every time. Sale chocolate, panecito. Yeah. Okay. But in our office, we have something where we say, you know, we say women, and then they say the women say.
We say women.
Okay, women.
Rock.
And guys. Okay. Say let's say. We're with just two people, and then another guy says, well, the guy says and women, and then women say rock, and then I say guys, and they say rock, and then women. Rock and roll. And guys say, okay.
So
Alright?
when I say women, you know, rock, okay?
Okay.
Rock.
Go ahead.
And then,
I'll say guys, you guys say roll.
and women rock and roll. Okay?
When you say that women, I say the guys part. Okay, go ahead.
Women rock.
And guys,
Roll!
And women rock and roll.
and guys say,
Okay. That's crazy. How you feeling, man?
Alright, what is one? Okay, women are going to say corporate America, and guys are going to say sucks 3 times. Okay, women are going to say corporate America, guys are going to say sucks. Okay, we'll do it 3 times on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Corporate America.
Sucks!
Corporate America.
Sucks!
Corporate America.
You guys can grab a seat if you want. Or...
Who's the star?
He's a star! He! Mario!
We'll stay up all night, man. Seriously. You guys have Rockstar Sugar-Free here? All right.
Monsters.
Yeah, monsters, yeah. Oh. So,
Hey, guys.
look at your notes. Any questions? You could ask me anything you want. There's, you know, ask anything, seriously, okay?
Money
Yeah.
we focus on every day.
Every day?
Every day.
Okay.
Every day. What's your
Okay,
mental-
did you guys hear the question?
Yes.
Okay. You guys got, he said, what do I focus on every day? Okay, this is very important. You got to write this down. Very important, okay? Because we all want to get big, right?
Yes.
Okay. You have to write this down. Write it down. Is what I'm doing right now growing my business? Is what I'm doing right now growing my business? And if the answer is no, don't do it. Now that doesn't mean you don't have quality time with your family. We do. We have our quality time with our kids. Usually it's between 2 to 4. Okay? So that when it's quality time, it's quality time. Even if we have a day of fun. We have a day of fun, we plan, even our date nights, we plan. Now we didn't do that the first 2 years, and that's a mistake. We should have had date nights, right? So that would have saved a lot of aggravation, you know? We have our day nights too, it's fun. It's like but everything's planned. I realize that everything's gotta be planned. You know, almost everything's got to be planned, right? You got it. 3, 4. It's compliance, right?
Compliance.
Okay, so, is what I'm doing right now growing my business, right? That's very important. And most of the time, No, so we gotta fix that. Okay, so we said, what do I do? It's like, okay, in my mind, I think, okay, who can I call right now? Who can I set an appointment with? See, like, what do I think about every single day is, I need to have at least 2 to 4 KTs a day. See, to get in the ball game, you gotta have at least 10 KTs a week. You know, and those are not big numbers. 10 KTs a week. Okay, so if you're getting your numbers every single day, you know, we should be setting at least 10 KTs. If you close 3 or 4, that's good. You hire one, that's 8 to 10,000 personal premium a month plus 4 directs a month. 10 KTs a week. It's not hard. Just get more numbers. It's a law of large numbers. Get more numbers. So every day, what I think, if I don't have 2 KTs, 3 KTs, I'm psychotic. Like, dude, what do I do? We gotta do a Popeye. I gotta follow up. I gotta go make a. And my cards, I have my people that I gotta, you know. Then maybe they say they have to think about it, right? You guys heard that before? I gotta think about it, right? And you know, just can't close them no matter what. Well, I have a section of cards there. And when I leave, I say, you know, if I'm ever in the area, would you mind if I swing by? What are they gonna say? No, I don't mind if you swing by. So guess what? They just give you permission to stop by their house. So when you stop by at 8:30 and they're watching, I don't know what people watch today, we don't watch TV. That's another thing. If you guys watch TV, that's bad. Do not watch TV. That's really bad. Radio, that's bad. Okay, sorry. No novelas, right? Rosa Salvaje, no. Yeah, no, seriously, you might, hey, now, I watch a little TV at night, it's ta-da-da, ta-da-da, right? You know what I'm talking about, right? A little bit, right? You know, because, you know, I look for people that love sports.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying if you don't love sports, that's okay too, right? But, you know, I love sports, so I look for people like me. See, you're going to attract who you are.
Right.
You guys seen The Secret, right?
Yeah.
That's good. You guys got to see it if you haven't seen The Secret, right? You know, the law of attraction, right? So if you're the it person, the it couple, you're going to attract the it people. That's why I know, Viviana, it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. You know, we're going to go find more people that want to play with us. You know, so every day, that's what I think about. Do I have KTs? Yes or no? Nothing else matters. She takes care of the back end in the office, the penning, all that other stuff. You know, we have someone that comes in twice a week to help us with the office work. I mean, we're getting our base bigger. Once we get a little bigger, we'll have obviously someone full-time and stuff like that. You know, but that's my number one thing. Do I have KT? Do I have 1 KT? And if I only have 1, then I should have 2. If I only have 2, then I should have 4. Because see, if you have 10 KTs, half are going to reschedule. Like 5 are going to reschedule. The reason why people struggle in Primerica is they only have 4 KTs a week. That's not good. Right. Or there's a special person that only has a KT on Thursday at 6. There's a unique person only has a KT on Thursday at 6. See, I don't want to know that Primerica. I don't know that Primerica. I don't want to know that Primerica. That's tough. That's why Primerica works. But we got to work it every day. See, when I was part-time, and when I was full-time at UPS, I was already full-time in Primerica. I was getting 4 to 5 numbers every single day. And she'll share that story that I want to share with you so bad, but she said she'll share it tomorrow. You know, so, you know, we used to get numbers all the time. You know, so get your numbers every day. Okay, so that's what I think about. Okay, and obviously there's a lot more things with that, but you know, KTs.
What do you focus on personally? Personally, as far as numbers, like recruitment.
Okay. Like every month?
Yes.
So, like my goal every single month. Right now it's 8 and 20,000. That's my goal. Personal. 8 and 20,000. Okay, so when Neil asks, what's my goal? You know, what's everybody's goals? And he at full timers, he writes down everybody's goals and where people are at every single month. And actually, before we went RVP, it was like 8 and 25,000. You know, we've done over 20,000 like 5 times since we've been here. The most I've ever wrote in a month is like 29,000. Personal. Yeah. Okay. So,
Mario, when you say personal, is it you that are only closing business outside or Viviana too?
it's both of us, but I do most of it. She gets all the overflow, all the crappy KTs, all that. Sorry.
But you're on 1 KT and
she's on another KT. Oh yeah, yeah. She's licensed. You know, she's out in the field and making it happen. Yeah.
Your focus was 8 recruits personally by 20,000?
By 20,000 every month. Like this past month, we ended up at 2 recruits and 10,200. So I finished short on 20,000. I'm sorry. But who's writing 10,000? More people should, right? You know, in our hierarchies, they make it a big deal, but it's not a lot. 10,000 is not a lot. In fact, let me tell you something. You'll be measured how big you are by how much weight you gain, how big your cell phone is, how big your gas bill is, and how many French fries you have in between your seats.
Eating on the go.
Yes, right? Jack in the crack.
Right.
Back in the crack.
Keep it real, right?
Right.
Okay. All right, so you guys have some questions over here?
Can you go over that thing you talked about towards the end, today's date and the FNA?
Oh, yeah, it's called the four-step process. Basically, it's a sheet of paper. If you want, I'll fax it to you. That's not a problem. And then that way he'll give it to you guys. But basically, it's kind of like a reminder for the client not to forget when they're going to come to op night, when we're going to do the blood and urine, when we're going to come back and do the mutual funds with the FNA. You know, so that basically it's just a reminder sheet. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it is good. Okay.
Mario, let's say that you just hire me. What's the first thing that you're gonna tell me to do?
Okay, the first thing is obviously ask questions like basically what are your goals and dreams? Well, you know, what's the WIFM that I talked about? What do you dislike about your boss? What do you, or your work or your situation you're in right now? Maybe where you live. Find out goals about them. Ask a lot of questions. Where do you want to send your kids to college? If money was not an issue, where would you live? What would be your dream car? Where would you vacation? So I take like 10, 15 minutes on that. That's so important because see, like I said, when things don't go too good, then you got to remind them of all these things. And then in my mind, I ask, this is very important, I was going to share this tomorrow, but I'll share it with you guys today. Maybe if I remember, I'll share it tomorrow. But you guys are here, so you guys are lucky, right? Okay. She said, what do you share with a brand new person? I always ask, are you guys best friends? So like, are you guys best friends? I'm not saying you guys are together, but are you guys best friends? If they're like, well, sometimes. Well, you need to know that. Well, you know, I guess.
Like the partner?
Yeah, the partner. Yeah, the partner. Are you guys best friends? So if I ask you guys, are you guys best friends?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, see, that was pretty definite,
Yeah.
right? So you need to know that, okay? You know, if they're not, that's okay. There's still help. I mean, there's an awesome couple that was part of our replacement when they were about to get a divorce when we entered their life. Wow. Okay, Primerica saved them, and that goes maybe for Ivan and I, and maybe some of you guys. I'm telling you, it's just we started uncovering certain things that we never knew about me or her, and she started learning. Oh my God, right? Right. So when we get them on a fast start, I paint the picture of long-term thinking that they got to go on 20 plus KTs. Oh, back to the questions. I'm sorry. So I asked that. Are you guys best friends? And then you find out. And then another question that's very important. Are you guys competitive? Are you competitive? Okay. So if I asked you, what was your name again? I'm sorry.
John.
John. John. Sorry about that, John. So John, I'll get your name down. John. So. Are you competitive?
Yes.
Okay, great. Because you know what? Every competitive person that I've trained and I've worked with sets at least a minimum 4 KTs. The record right now is about 11. And I heard someone else did 12. Those are the records, like on the first shot. Are you competitive?
Yes.
Okay, so the record's about 11, 12, minimum 4 KTs.
In a week?
No, like today, I'm going to role play because we role play with them. We role play with them. Okay, this is how you set an appointment. See, okay, I'll do a quick one. You guys role play with them?
Yes.
So you're just not gonna tell me, okay, we need to go and train you, you need to set up this appointment, go ahead and do it.
No. Yeah, because if you do that and they hear no, they're gonna quit. Like my very first phone call I made, well, excuse me, sorry about that. Let me get water. The very first phone was my sister, my brother-in-law. My sister's cool. I say I got a twisted sister, but she just married an idiot. You know what I mean? That's the truth. You know what I mean? Let's keep it real. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it real. You know. So, and I remember I called him and he's like, well, let me call you back. And see, I'm that kind of person, I don't know how you guys, but I'm the kind of person, I never ask for favors. Like, I never, like, I've always, even before Primerica, I hate, like, for someone que me lo saquen cara. Like, hey, you owe me $5, I gave you a ride that one time, remember? You used my truck, I mean, I've never been like that, so, I've done so many things. See, teens, there's my Spanglish. We're learning you how to spoke. I don't know, right? But anyways, and then he called me back like 5 minutes later. He's like, you know what? I don't want to do it. And I remember how I felt. And then the person that was training me was there. She's not in this business anymore, but she was there because if she wouldn't have been there, I swear to you, I wouldn't be here today. Because I remember how I felt. And in my mind, I said, I'm not here to kiss his ass.
Yeah.
I didn't understand that was called follow-up. But see, my broke thinking, that's called follow-up. I didn't understand that no means not yet. So I didn't understand that. I was brand new. So when I heard no, I was like, I didn't realize that was the only no I was going to get. I went on 41 appointments. Everybody said yes to Viviana, everybody said yes to me. And we had major credibility. UPS driver, nurse. There's people that gave the check. Here, Mario, you fill it out. If it's good enough for you, it's good enough for me.
Wow.
So you want to hire people like that have a lot of credibility. You know, or lock people in with people that have credibility. So we role play with them. And I'll do a quick role play. Like let's say I was setting an appointment with Viviana. I'll say, you know, this is what you say, Viviana, okay? When you set an appointment, right, you know, with John. Let's say, John is your cousin, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay,
call John.
you're going to call John. This is what you say. You say, hey, John, how's it going? Maybe a quick chat. Make it like in 2 minutes right away. Set the appointment right away. Hey, John, how's it going? Great, great. Hey, the reason why I'm calling is because I want to ask you for a huge favor. Yeah, I just started, you know, with the business. I'm about to get licensed. I'm about to go to school. And I want to ask for your opinion. I want to ask you for a favor. If you could help me with my training, with my hours. Can you help me out? Sure, what is it? So if you ask, John asks you, what is it, what's going on, what's the name of the company, just say, look, I'm new right now, I'm just asking you for a favor. Can you sit down with me 20, 30 minutes? You know, just make sure your wife, I'm sorry, what's
Frances.
Frances, we have Frances on our team, so I won't forget your name, Frances. In fact, the girl that was training me, her name was Frances. Yeah. I said you're going to quit though. Okay, all right, so that's my older voice. All right, so anyways, so if they say, what is it, what's going on, what's the name of the company, just say, you know, well, we're part of Citigroup, but, you know, we'll see. All right, well, we're part of Citigroup. Yeah. Now, we're not ashamed of Primerica, okay?
Right.
I love Primerica, but see, not everybody represents it the way it should be.
Right.
That's why when I'm prospecting, I don't wear a Primerica shirt. I love Primerica. I have a lot of shirts that Primerica's giving me. Trust me, every different color, you name it. I don't wear them though. Okay, you know, we're professional, right? You know, but anyways, that's what I say. You know, oh, give me more information. Just say, look, I'm new right now. I'm learning. I'm new. I want to ask you for a favor. I mean, you're my friend, aren't you? Usually, it doesn't get that hard. If they have credibility, like, sure. You know, some people I could just call, hey, I'm coming over for what? Don't worry about it, I'm coming over, right? Right? Well, you know, and that's how you set the appointment. You know, role play with them. Because if they hear no, they're going to quit. I remember how that felt.
But even before you role play, what we do usually too, I don't know if you went over that, we ask, if you were to get married right now, throw a big pachanga
yeah.
right now, who would you invite? Like the top, you know, list everybody that, you know, on the paper. So they write like, you know, wow, 50, 70 people, but then we pre-qualify, what's a 5-star market?
Yeah.
You know, who's single, who's not, and so forth like that, and then after that, then we start setting the appointments.
Right.
Okay,
That's
out
what-
of these people, what 6 people can we call right now, you know? Who do, you know, okay, perfect.
Who do you look up at?
Who do you- Exactly.
And you call it right
Who's
there.
sharp?
Right there and then. You never ever recruit a person and just go, hey, you know, John, call me back when you set up 6 appointments. You know, they're not gonna call you back. There's no way they'll quit. You know, like he says, the ink will drive out. That's why you have to be there in front of them, listening to them, you know, because they might say something, you're like, tell them this, you know. You're right. I mean, that's your business, right? Nobody else is controlling your business, only you are.
Right. Okay. And now let's say they don't want to set appointments.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Like, wait a minute, I want to study first for this license.
okay. And that's no. Okay. Let's say that's the case. Or let's say you're scared. Let's say you're just like nervous. You know, you're like, oh shoot, I don't want to set appointment. Like right now. Like right now. or later, right?
Later.
Yeah. So this is what I say. I say, look, we have to set appointments today. That's like a must. Like today is what's called a fast start. I mean, you know, Gladys, I mean, look, you value your time, right? Sure. No, I value my time too. And we're here today to get results. See, because every minute that you're away from your family, I want to make sure you get results. This is for your kids, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, I want to make sure you get results for your kids. And the number one thing that's very important is that we set appointments today. Now, you told me you were competitive. The magic number is minimum 4. If you could set 6, that would be good. Could you imagine if you just recruited 4 people and 4 set 6 appointments? 4 times 6 is what, 24?
Right.
4 hot market appointments? If, you know, you guys are closers, you're going to close.
Yeah.
That's how we write all this premium all the time. It's the stuff that I'm sharing with you. So let's say that you're scared, you don't want to set appointments. So say, you know, just like right now.
Like right now, you know these people, I don't even know if this company is going to help me. And
Okay.
how am I going to take you to see all these family members?
Okay, you know, and I could appreciate that. Thanks for being honest with me. But let me actually help you so you can see that it's really not that hard. Who on the list are you like really the most scared of or you're kind of nervous? Like, oh my God, what are they gonna say? And what's the name here?
Like my boss here.
What's his name?
Who's
Okay, Jose Luis, okay, this is what we're gonna do, okay? What's his phone number? 951, blah, 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 okay, well, great, okay. I got his phone number, look, I'm gonna call him and set the appointment for you, so you could see that it's really easy. Hey, Jose Luis Flores, how's it going? Great, who is this? Oh, it's me, Mario, I know you don't know who I am, but I'm a vice president. I'm actually a good friend of Gladys, you know who Gladys is? She actually works with you. Oh, yeah, you know, right? Okay, great. The reason why I'm calling is because she really respects your opinion. She really respects you as a person and who you are. She says you're a person of integrity, you're a hard worker, you're the first one there, the last one to leave. And you know, maybe that's why you're a supervisor. And honestly, that's why I want to meet you. See, she said a lot of great things about you, Gladys did. And right now she's just started part-time with the company. She wants to ask for your opinion, maybe 20, 30 minutes, so that she could get help before she gets licensed and before she goes to school. Can you do her the favor and help her out and just maybe give her, your opinion on what you think, and maybe just answer a few questions? That's how she's gonna learn, how you ask questions. What day would be better, Thursday or Friday, 6 or 8? That's how we.
You usually say, well, she's actually here in front
Oh,
of
yeah.
us.
Yeah. Yeah, that way they don't say something stupid over the phone or something, you know. Yeah, she's actually sitting right here next to me. You know, sometimes they're not sitting next to me and I say that. Yeah, I do. You know, like, you know, you gotta be creative, right? In my mind, they're here mentally, right? Spiritually, right? I don't lie, Mario. That's like lying. That's like one of the commandments, right? Okay, that was just spiritually, right? You know, just see, why is Don King good? He's a good promoter. See, in this business, I'm not saying you gotta bend the truth, but you gotta be a good promoter. You gotta promote yourself. You gotta promote your RVPs. You gotta promote this environment, this office. We have an awesome environment in our office, just like you guys. All the chance and excitement and people happy and con ganas, right? That's what we have in our office. Okay, so that's what we say when we get someone on a fast start. Okay, you guys, any other questions?
When you sign your IBA, that same right there, what were you thinking?
Like when I get
going back, 5 years ago when you were signing your IBA, what was going through your mind?
Honestly,
You're a UPS driver, your wife's a
okay,
registered nurse.
what I was thinking is,
We were in when we were signing the ABA, because
No.
it was after a
yeah,
fast.
but this is what I was thinking. And literally it was because I looked over at Neil, and this is what I said. This is what I was thinking. And Neil will tell you that. I said, oh shit, right? In my mind I was thinking that. I was like, because Neil, and I said, Neil, what I start, I finish. I was thinking that.
Awesome.
And see, and I was very careful, because then I knew if I started, it was going to be on and cracking. It wasn't like, not más o menos, you know, or, you know, wishy-washy. No. You see, everything in life, not just Primerica, but everything in life takes commitment, is selling out. I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. It's selling out. I'm going to talk a few minutes on that. And being committed, selling out. See, I played at a high level in sports because I knew the effort that it took to get there early. And when practice were done, I would still take a few laps. If you do that extra effort that it takes, you're going to beat everybody. Primerica's the same way. If you do things when you don't feel like it, you're going to be a giant. Unfortunately, people work by how they feel, their feelings. That's not good. You know, that's why you got to feel great, feel superior, read, self-improve, right? Not listen to radio too much. Now, when I go prospect, I'm not saying I listen to radio, but I do put in my Munoz CDs. I put in, all kinds of music that pumps me up. Like, go to a concert or whatever. I listen to that stuff, right? It's like, I'm ready. Okay, I'm ready. Boom, let's go hit it up, right? It's like you're ready. I was watching a documentary, the other day. I know we don't watch TV, but it's stuff that will help you with Primerica, right? It was like the History Channel or something like that, because the news is like obviously the worst thing you can watch right now. I mean, if you watch the news right now, the world's falling apart, right? So don't do that, right? Okay. And they were talking about how people in the military and the tanks, they put on their headset, they listen to this music, like, whatever, the people they like, just to get them revved up, and I'm kind of like that, when I go prospect and I talk to people, before I KT, I'm thinking, what are they going to say? Is the wife going to come out? I'm gonna make sure she does come out. What objection or area of concern are they going to give me, just to make sure I handle it, right? So whatever, toots your flow, whatever, just radio, a lot of that radio or TV is not good though. Reading, I read over 70 books since I've been here. Okay, I'm telling you, people have come up to me and they say like, "What got into you, Mario? Did you change religions or something? Like, you're wearing a pink shirt. I was like, I have no insecurities, baby. Trust me on that one, okay? Yeah, but I had my cool friends too, but they're all broke. When we had our 30th birthday party, we called 2 people and had like 140 people at our house. We had a live band, we had a DJ, and we had the stereo blasted inside the house. Wow. See, so we could get people to a big event.
Uh-huh.
See? Bring la gente tomorrow, right?
Right.
Right? Okay, so that's why we get people on a fast start.
So when you go prospecting, what is it that you look for?
When I go prospecting, I look for someone like you. Youth, someone I could hang out with. I look for the ring. Now, before Primerica, I never wore my ring. And just for working reasons, it was a blue-collar worker. My hands were always dirty. My nostrils full of dirt. So I look for people that I would hang out with. The number one thing I look for is people that I would trust my kids with. So if you see these guys with their pants hanging on their butt, they got a tattoo right here. I don't know if people have tattoos here, right? But, Primerica Liz right here. Primerica Liz. No, I'm joking around, but I look for people that I would hang out with. Youth. They might not dress sharp. See, sometimes people that make $100,000 a year or more, those are sometimes the tough ones. Those are the good ones, though. But sometimes it's hard for them to see them leaving that. Especially sometimes where we come from, if you make, like $20 an hour, that's like, oh, you have a made job. I come from, town that's dirt floors, in Mexico, right? Just broke families, but I think we come to America here, not just to live an average and ordinary life, but just to, do something more. Just because we're not on welfare or Social Security, that doesn't mean that we've arrived. Even just because we have a house doesn't mean we've arrived. There's more to life. There's people that have the nice Mercedes, a nice house on the hill, the house on the beach. Why not us? Mm-hmm. The only difference, because 99% of the millionaires are self-made. They're not born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Hijos de papi. We call them niña fresas. You guys call them that? Right? No. It's all good, right? And our office too is a melting pot. All races, right? Doesn't matter. I say up on off night, I say, look, as long as you don't have a felony or printing money underground in your basement, or you're not on a Cops episode, you're good to go, right? That's what we look for, right? So,
What's your main why?
my main why, my 4 women in my life. Yeah. My 3 daughters and my wife. We have a nanny, she's female, and then they want to get a dog, she's female, a Shih Tzu. I'm dominated with women, Yeah, like shoot. Yeah, that's my why. That's what drives me. And if that, and also just being number one. Being number one. Honestly, that's pride. That's why I kind of heard. We had an emergency meeting. It's funny you say that, but when I found out that we didn't make MIT. Even though we had smoked everybody, and they're good, they're friends of ours too, is we had an emergency meeting. We stayed till like 3 o'clock in the morning. We have meetings like that all the time in our office. After op night, we have a meeting after op night. And people confess, it's a locker room talk. That's why we, I let it rip. I'm like keeping it real, you know what I mean? I try not to say any bad words, because they say that, when you say bad words, it's because you ran out of things to say, you're not reading, you're not self-improving. Well, I read and self-improve, I just, I don't say the F word, but you know what I mean?
Baby.
Yeah, but see, we had an emergency meeting, and we gathered our whole team, and I text people, and I call them, and I said, look, if you want to go RVP, make sure you're there. I need to know if you want to go RVP. Right. And we were there, and I made a transparency, Alex, a transparency of year to date, where we're at in the state of California, personal numbers. Because right now we don't have a big base. Our op night, we probably have as many people as like right here. Like all you guys. That's our op night. Okay, but when we went RVP, we had 121 people coming to meetings. 121 people coming to meetings when we went RVP. That's a lot of people.
Right.
Okay, that's a lot of the stuff that we're talking about. That's what we've done with. And that's not including people that quit and this and that. Okay, I've had a lot of people write 10,000, and personal premium doesn't mean they're going to make it either. There's a big graveyard with people that write personal premium. Okay, so having a great attitude. But anyway, back to having an emergency meeting is, it's because it's about pride. It's about, your name stands for something. Your last name stands for something, our daughters drive us,
I don't know if I already asked this question, but what's your motivation?
My motivation is to be number one, like I said. That motivates me. And in fact, Hector said this past weekend that you gotta find self-motivated people. You don't make people motivated.
Right.
You find people that are motivated.
Awesome.
Okay? So you gotta find people that are motivated. I was motivated. Neil didn't have to say, hey, did you get your numbers today, Mario? You know, he didn't serve me a chocomil in the morning with chorizo. He didn't do that, okay? Trust me, okay? Yeah, and you know, and I appreciate that. I went securities, the VA forms, I'm like, dude, you need a master's degree to fill out those things. And I'm not trying to scare you here, but I was like, dude, oh, Jesus Christ, dude. But I've done those. I've done a couple of them. Hey, I'll do it. Okay, so, and Neil didn't say, oh, let me show you how to fill out the form. I'm sorry about that, bro. You know, it's like, you know, hey, it is what it is. And that's why I think we kick butt because of that. When we, Neil, you don't call me. You don't call me anymore. You don't call me. Like, dude. You know what I mean? Right. Okay, so. Okay.
So when you get all pumped up and get ready to go prospect, I mean, you get out there, I mean, do you head like to employees, do you see a group of people just going, because you're in and out, right? You're
Yeah, in and out.
So, I mean, what do you say, we sit there and just, hey, what's up?
Yeah, I'll tell you. What's my nickname? Well, she calls me Sniper the Fox. She's a sniper, because I'm a sniper. I'm in and out quick, like a sniper.
Those are, he just,
You know, before you know it, you know, people are like, hey, you're 5 minutes late, you're 5 minutes late, and we're walking out with the check, right? So I love that. To me, it's like a chess game. I don't get intimidated by that. Like, oh, cool, how am I going to turn around? You wait, you'll just sit down, relax a little bit, just have some iced tea or, you know, whatever, right? And it's on and cracking, right? So that's where people get the best training too, by the way. When they see that and we see it turn around. But anyways, we get up in the morning, I read a chapter a day, okay? So I read over 70 books, I read a chapter a day. Like, you know, and I get stories, like tomorrow I'll share some stories. And I've already shared some stuff with you guys, I don't know if you've noticed. Okay, I don't make this stuff up, I'm not that good. Okay, you know, I share stories, you know, I haven't really heard, you know, I'm getting to know them, you guys are awesome. I've heard, obviously Carlos and Mary. Carlos is an avid reader too. I mean, I've ate with him, I've sat down with him, you know, Carlos Gonzalez, right, you know, and he's been in my car, I've taken him to the airport, right? So, and I've seen how he talks to his team, you know, and see, I absorb things like that, right? So, I'm sorry. So in the morning, I read a chapter a day, and then I get my numbers right after that. So I get up early, get my numbers. Sometimes I go for a walk in the morning, you know. I try is not a good word either. That's a wishy-washy kind of word. So I'll try to be there. They're not going to be there, okay? So that's what I do in the morning, get my numbers, get back, make my follow-up calls, call for securities when I get back. But everything's structured. If you want later on, I could give you like what I do Mondays, Tuesday, Wednesday,
No,
Thursday.
I'm talking about like when you go to prospecting, what do you do? I mean, like, what I do is I target like employees and I'm in and out.
Okay.
So you just target anybody, hey, what's
Okay,
going on?
all right, well, I have my route, and to be honest with you, I don't talk to many employees, and let me tell you why. And I'm not saying don't do that. If you do that, keep doing that. But there's an old saying, you don't want to poop where you eat. Okay, and if you prospect them and they don't like it, when they see you, they're going to call the manager. And you just shot yourself in the foot. Now, if I'm in an area where I'm not going to prospect ever again, I'll prospect the employee, the manager, the owner, everybody. But if you go there, you know, like there's routes that I do all the time. And I'm in and out. You know, they don't know me. I've seen people prospect with magazines in their hand, but the book thing, I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Not in our base, but I've seen them. I know they're prospecting. Some of you have a Primerica shirt, they're playing video games. What the heck? See, that's what people say, Primerica, that thing doesn't work. It's people jacking it up like that. You see? So that's what I do. Okay.
So you,
I'm sorry, Gladys was going to have a question.
Yeah, after I look at it.
Oh, sorry. I'm like that too. You just jump in, you know?
I'm gonna tell you how to be right, and you're gonna be helping me train, and you're gonna work on one market. Besides the referrals that I'm giving you and people that you're getting from the business that you're doing and stuff, you're still going out there and prospecting still for personal numbers?
Yes, for personal numbers, to get as wide as possible. See, when I get someone, that's another thing too, is if you paint a picture to a new recruit on how it's in their best interest for you to train them on 20 plus KTs, they're not going to hold back. In fact, I've had people tell me, Mario, I should be paying you for training me. See, that's how they have to feel. There's something that I share, maybe I'll share it right now, is I draw it real quick and I explain to people the compensation, and I do it real fast, and I draw some circles on the top, and I explain the override system. See, short term, you might not make the sale, but excuse me, if I build you a team, the overrides are going to make up for those sales and more.
right.
See? So I explain that to them. I paint the picture clear. For they got to be double dumb not to go on 20 plus KTs. Okay? With new people.
Mike,
when you break the ice with the prospect, you get their name and number. How do you set up the appointment with them and then make sure you lock it in so that they show up for sure?
Okay.
It's not even a mistake.
Well, you want to call them within 24 to 48 hours. Because you got to act as if you're busy, even if you're not. You know? So now, if you don't have anything going on that day, have I called people that same day and set an appointment that day and close that day? Yes. That's not often though. So, and in fact, you don't want to seem like you're desperate, you know? Like, they got to feel like they're lucky you talk to them, you know, like, you know, but at the same time, call them within 24 to 48 hours. Because anything after 2 days, it gets stale. Like a Coke, right, gets stale. So they're like, forget, they lose their emotion. My wife said that she's not interested, right? Not interested in what? I haven't even told you anything, right?
Yeah.
Hold your tongue. What'd you
I say that. I say, you know what? Not interested in what? Because if you knew what I knew and felt what I felt and saw what I saw, you wouldn't have said that. So when can we sit down, Thursday or Friday?
Oh, damn. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? That's right. That's right.
There's nothing that I haven't heard, you know?
Mario, you come down a line of success after success. Hector, Mark, Rick, Susie, Marcus Younger, Neil. I mean, you guys are lead the pack, pretty much. I mean,
Yeah.
Period. What is your goal in the next 5 years?
Honestly?
Honestly.
And I share, yeah, I got chilled right now. See? I won't get emotional here. I get emotional too. It's like we wear it hard on our sleeve. But, because Neil had the RVPs, right? Go up and speak. And I told the bait shop, or now the hierarchy, right? Still seems like the bait shop, but the hierarchy, I said, you know, my goal in the next 5 years, and we already are. I mean, we're the right hand to Neil and Victoria. We're the, you know, every big RVP has someone like that. Okay, so our goal, John, is to be what Hector is to Mike Sharp.
Wow.
Our goal is to be what Rick Susie is to Hector. Our goal is to be what Mark and Sue are to Rick. Our goal is to be, you know, what Neil was to Mark Rolls, or is to Mark Rolls, right? Our goal is to be, you know, which is also Brett Sears, you know, obviously, you know, I'm like, our goal is to be, you know, Neil's pit bull. In the base, I was his pit bull, and I still am the pit bull. You know, that's it. In the next 5 years, that's what we want to do. Be multi-millionaires like all you guys, Alex and Gladys. That's our goal. Hey, if Dylan could make $1 million in 8 years, or 5 years, I think he did in 5 years. I know the youngers did in 8 years. Why not us?
Right.
Yeah. So that's what we think about. You know, that's what we got to get healthy, because it's not good to be unhealthy and be rich. You know, what good is that? You know, you got to use your money to get healthy. You know, that's not good. You know, so we got to ease off on the, you know.
Hey Mario, if you were to start again, if you were starting again, what would you do different?
There's only one regret, and I've had that question asked, and I've shared this too. Only one, and that's it. I wouldn't change anything else that's happened. Only one, and that is to get my securities license early. That's it. That's it. Nothing else. I wouldn't change anything. Anything that's happened to us, everything that we've done, is just get your securities license. Because when I was studying for my securities license, there's many moons where I just cry. I cry myself to sleep. I go to these contests, these Cancun or Hawaii, wherever the company is. New RVP! New RVP! New RVP! New RVP! I'm like, oh shoot! Yes, I'm sitting at the front table, but I'm like, oh shoot! I'm like, you don't know how many times that happened?
Damn.
Dude, you know, so that's what I'm saying. Knock that out right away. You know, and just, that's the only thing. You know, I mean, you know, it is what it is. You know, it could always be better. You know, I mean, you know, maybe things could be different. I don't know. Maybe, you know, maybe we'd be like at 700 grand right now. I don't know. But all I know is that what we've done is what all these people that you just mentioned have done. You know, and they've said that to me. You know, and I believe them. See, I don't question that. Now, if someone broke tells me something, I don't believe them. But see, when someone makes 180 grand a month, I tend to believe that stuff. A month, not a year, a month. Right? So I believe that. You guys see it. Oh, yeah, you.
If you could describe Primerica in one word, what would that be?
In one word?
In one word. Okay.
Yeah. There's like so many that come to mind, but just
The first one that came
conviction, passion, being alive. I think being alive. being alive. You feel alive, like you belong. Yeah. Primerica's awesome, you know. Primerica people are awesome. See,